Hello friends, John Swift here with the mystery of the flashlight. It seemed like something was missing, but it actually was not missing. It was disassembled improperly. So what we have here are the main components of the flashlight. You've got the bulb, which is the little tiny thing in here, and then you've got the inner workings, which actually moves in a zooming fashion with a ratcheting motion. You can see how it moves toward the ends of the lens and then backs down. So then you've got a magnifying front, which actually magnifies the light through this magnifier right there. And as the light goes backwards, it gets wider. And as you move forward, it gets narrower, and a point comes to a small point. And you've actually got this lens component in the front here. So you'll notice there are two components to the lens. There'll be the front magnifying component here and the bushing, which is meant to keep this separate housing as one unit as you put it into the light, let's just call it the front end. And that's supposed to hold together like this. But as you see, it's not quite a tight fitting in there. It's not quite press fit, as you would say. There's a little bit of play in there, even if you push it. So what I think happened originally was that this component, when it came from the box, was actually together like this, and then when pushed with the thumb, it actually moved out, resulting in what you see here is a separated component where the magnifying lens and the bushing lens separated and fell back into the housing. So what I think might be the cause of this dilemma is that because this component, the bushing and the magnifier, is not does not fit snugly in the front of the lens housing like so it would stay as one piece, it needs something to help it. So what we're doing today is we're going to take a glue gun and we're going to put just a tiny smidge of glue in between, and hopefully it will sit in there. It is not going to take much, maybe just a drop, and we're going to snuggle that in there, and hopefully it'll give us a nice tight fit as to not have this happen again. So we're just going to use a little blob like so in case it needs to be taken out, and we're going to press that in, as you can see, and hopefully this small bit of glue will fit in snugly there. I'm licking my fingers so as to keep the glue maybe a little lower, and hopefully that's going to stay in there snug. I think I need to push a little harder there. Alright, now I think I've got it set in there. Take a little tool and push down on that. If I can find a tool that will actually work. Alright, I think we got something here. Alright, we're going to push down a little bit. Snuggle that in. Nice and tight now. Hopefully that will help it stay nice and tight. Now that that's drying, I don't hear a rattle now. I don't hear it. Before there was some play in there. So I think that might have fixed the dilemma so that that front lens will stay put. Oh. I thought the camera turned off there for a minute. So hopefully that is the correct position, because as I've noted in photos online, you can see that the front end is supposed to stay there. Now, as it ratchets its back and forth, you can see that the front lens stays still instead of dropping back in the housing. So now we've got a full range of zooming capabilities, and it is, as was supposed to be in the beginning, a nice tight fit in there, and it sounds like a nice tight fit. Just rattling a tiny bit, which is okay. but it sounds a lot snuggier than it did before. More snuggy there. So I think that's got it. So that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching. This is John Swift with your Swift Minute.